My name's Aaron. Welcome back to my channel. How are you? I'm fantastic and I'm doing really well. And today I'm reviewing Rose and Cuir by Frédéric Malle. And the perfumer was Jean-Claude Alina. I love it when they do that. I hope more companies start to do that because we should be celebrating perfumers. It is a really hard job. So I love it when they do that. I think it's very, very cool. Rose and Cuir is £148 for 50ml. The notes are geranium, blackcurrant, bourbon geranium. The heart notes are vetiver, cedar. The base notes are leather. Frédéric Malle's Rose and Cuir is a emphatic representation of the romantic bloom. Rose, pure, streamlined, uncompromised, modern. The composition opens up with Tumet pepper. I have never heard of that. Geranium bourbon and notes of cassis. I have heard of that for freshness and spice. Cassis, I don't really think of fresh. I think of cassis as dark, red, fruity. It's a bit rose-like, a bit Domesticum-like. Vetiver and cedar form an earthly bed of dark, mysterious leather with isobutylquinolone. Shocking. At the center, an intensely bitter molecule used predominantly in daring perfumery of the Jazz Age. I did not know that. At once sparkling and sober, a recognizably floral composition is shadowed by dramatic yet controlled sensuality. Fantastic. Do we have our bottles of Rose and Cuir by Frédéric Malle? Are we engaged with the high self? Let's get testing. So if you've not seen the presentation on the little box, it's like a little cigarette box, and I love how it's paper, no little cap on the atomizer. So the reason why I gasped with seb-butylquinolone is because it's really unusual to see perfume raw materials within a formulation, but I think it's very, very cool. Seb-butylquinolone smells of leather. It goes in everything. Trace amounts help to make a man's fragrance smells masculine, used in fruit formulations to give us like woody, bittery aspect to it. Works in everything in differing amounts, but at high amounts, of course, it can smell of leather. I mean, you kind of have to like leather. It's kind of ridiculous thing to say. You have to like leather and rose and fruits to like this. I mean, it is different. Let's try down strong. I mean, all I can smell is the leather-like raw materials based upon ethylene brassylate and hedione to give a lift and anchorage to the skin. Obviously the leather raw material at the forefront and center, and that's what you're getting with this formulation. Ionones, bretellide, rose-like raw materials, geraniol help giving that feel of what you're getting at the top. Drying down a little bit better, I've got to say, just reminiscent of sort of fruity leather jackets at the moment. Fruit-like raw materials, citronella is giving me a little bit of a headache. I'm going to be very honest with you. It's kind of very strong. I think either you like this or you don't. High up in the formulations is the aqueous ozonic raw materials. You can smell it. It's giving that sort of like light airiness to it. Yeah, I don't like the leather raw materials that high. Vetiver helps to give this a green feel. Geranium helps to give that rose feel. It's all sort of a combination of everything working together is giving you light, airy substantialness in this aspect. Unfortunately, leatheriness, aquaticness, harshness. On to my final thoughts. I don't like this. I'm going to put it straight out there. Absolutely not for me, and that's fine because there is how many billions of people on the planet, and what I like is quite specific and what other people like is specific to them. And so I'll go through my final marks and thoughts and then run and wash this off my skin. Frédéric Malle, super professional, so it's going to have all its legal paperwork, which I love. The price, I think it's worth the price because you're having something interesting, long-lasting, projecting beast of a fragrance. Drying down a little bit better. I'll tell you what I don't like about it. The harsh metallic nature, high amounts of ozonic, aquatic raw materials to it. Geraniol, geranium, rose-like raw materials, harsh fruit-like raw materials. But I imagine the sillage of this is mental, so kind of, but it is one of those things where I think you either like it or you don't like it. I don't think you'll pick it up and go, oh, you know, without any thought, I think this is your fragrance and your signature fragrance. But I think it's expertly created. I wouldn't finesse it or finish with it. It smells finished and complete. But I don't like it. And I don't like the leather aspect, the fruit rose aspect, and the aquatic nature to it. I just don't like them. But I think if you like this, I think it's a winning fragrance. I'm going to mark it an 8 out of 10. The 2 mutts coming off, I don't like it at all. But I think it's a brilliant fragrance. I think it's expertly created. I think it smells finished and awesome, but absolutely not for me. So if you love that review, thumbs up and subscribe for fascinating, interesting content, lots of moving hands and lots of fragrance reviews. Hope you're staying safe and well. See you soon.